How are you?
You did.
Someone learned it. That's so funny.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Michael.
I'm Jess.
And today we're going to be reacting to the Barbie Buzzfeed article that shows every Barbie house in every single country on the planet.
There's 194 countries
I didn't
in
even
this
know
article.
how many there were.
So many, so we won't be reacting to every single one of them, but we just thought it would be interesting to talk about the architecture of some of the countries and just how they've Barbified all of these houses. A little bit about us is that we own a vintage furniture business. We work with interior designers and source unique and vintage furniture in Australia, so we really are into interiors and into Barbie. Apparently everyone is into Barbie at the moment.
Yes.
I'm actually really excited to see the movie. Like, their marketing is wild. So let's get into these photos.
So all these photos are AI generated and
Hang on, the beeping.
So all these photos, it's when I do like looking. So all these photos are AI generated and they honestly look amazing. Like, they just look so cool. So let's have a look.
So we're going to start with Afghanistan. Very cool, like, traditional architecture with all of this really ornate arches, the tiered balconies. Obviously this is just an AI interpretation, and I don't know if Buzzfeed has like put in a bunch of images or like typed a prompt, but it's very cool. I love the tone as well. It's not bright Barbie pink. It kind of is almost that like terracotta clay color that you would see in a lot of those Middle Eastern countries.
Next we're looking at Andorra, which I honestly didn't know existed, but it's in between Spain and France. And this one's insane. It looks like space age architecture
So cool.
mixed with Teletubbies.
It's got kind of those Eastern European spikes that you see in some of those other countries.
I'm sure there's a specific name for it, but yeah, those bubbly. This is just a house we found that mimics kind of the same architecture and the same curves with the glass windows and large balconies.
Yeah, they're kind of like space age style. I love the Argentinian one. It's so cute. It almost looks like lace detail in the balcony and the door.
Yeah.
I would want to live there if I was a Barbie. Okay, we have Australia, which is where we live. This house is not Australian at all.
I wish this was in Australia.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of the houses aren't super similar to the actual country. I suppose they've definitely taken a Queensland or even like Western Australia approach with, well, I suppose it's got the red dirt, which is middle of Australia, desert. There's
it has all the palm trees and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's got like some cactus plants and some palm trees.
I will say this one so far it looks like the most Barbie, because like down here there's some, it actually looks like plastic.
Yeah,
but it's a very good like AI representation. This is Bangladesh and it looks very festive and colorful and
decorated.
Yeah.
It kind of looks also like the house from Coco. No, not Coco.
Which one? Oh yeah, it kind of looks like Encanto.
It kind of looks like the Encanto house, like with the flowers all around it.
Yeah,
so
the very ornate balconies, all the curlies.
It is referencing a lot of the traditional Bangladesh styles, like the ornateness and the doors and even the kind of wheel down the bottom.
Now we're looking at Bolivia, and it's a really cool depiction of, like, I think they call it a favela. Just more commonly in Brazil they call it a favela, but it's a group of houses. It's like a little town square thing. It's not even really pink per se, but it still captures that kind of Barbie dream house vibe.
Still kind of got those bright poppy colors, which is also very common in Bolivia. Like, you see those photos of just like the stacked houses and they're all different colors. It's beautiful. Okay, now we're looking at Brazil, and it's kind of got that casa style with the arches. I mean, like, I personally don't know if I could be able to tell the difference between like Brazilian, Spanish, like that kind of like
it all has that
colonial
Spanish influence.
Yeah, with the arches. I mean, I love this. I just love that you can see inside all of the little rooms as well. You've got like, and obviously it's AI. If you guys have ever done anything AI generated, it's wacky. So you've got like, it looks like a bed head that's not attached to the bed.
Yeah.
And then Down below there's like a chair, some shelving. It almost looks like there's a little mid-century credenza in there as well. Then a little dining room downstairs with like lots of mismatched chairs. Even stairs at the front that look like they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's even funny because when you zoom into these AI photos, a lot of the times they're not even like fully rendered, they're just kind of blurry.
Still fun for Barbie to live there. Bulgaria, this
looks like Willy Wonka.
Looks like Willy Wonka, or it looks like the house that like in Hansel and Gretel when they find like the candy house. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, I love this.
So this is Burkina Faso. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's in Africa. We looked it up, in the tribal homes do this very ornate patterns on their homes.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it is an artwork that just covers the whole facade of the house.
I feel like there's influence with that here.
Yeah.
This obviously doesn't look anything like those traditional homes that they would make by hand, like a mansion Barbie-ified version, but it still has that influence, and I think it's a very cool depiction of this country. We're just doing a shout out to the Canadians out there for doing Canada. I have no idea if this is a traditional, it's like a dollhouse style home, and there's a lot of those in the US, so I assume there's
I'm sure
dollhouse style homes in Canada. The little stoop up to the door, it's very cute. This looks like it's Christmas themed, Barbie Christmas themed, I mean.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. We're not going to talk about all of these houses today, but you really should go through this article and have a look at them because they're just fascinating to just stare at all of the intricate details. Like this one from Central African Republic, it's amazing, all the different levels and like even this tall kind of sculpture thing going on, I don't know. And then Chad, where's Chad?
Chad's in Africa,
Another African one, but obviously a very modern take, but kind of with like a 60s, 70s disco themed, 80s, I don't know.
And the AI actually got like all the lighting, like mood lighting really nice.
Yeah,
if you see our last video, we love mood lighting.
Yeah, and not too many plants. We've just got, down the bottom.
There's a plant
corner. There's a plant corner. But otherwise we've got some big, beautiful sculptural plants. This
is China, and I've personally been there, so I've seen this architecture firsthand, and they nailed it, spot on. They have the curly tiered roofs, and the more tiered roofs you have on your home means like the higher status you are and all that. So Barbie's ballin', I guess. Yeah.
They've also got the cherry blossoms in bloom.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people travel to Japan and China for the cherry blossom season.
True. I even think they got a koi pond on the bottom as well, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and the little bridges.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome. Comoros?
East Africa.
East Africa.
Again,
Comoros.
Not sure if this is actually a correct East African home, but we just thought it was a cool opportunity to talk about the furniture. What's that stacked couch with the 4 pieces that came
Yeah, it looks like a terrazzo.
Looks like a terrazzo sofa. Got some Eames chair influence. Cuba, they've got the classic car out the front.
57 Chevy.
Yeah, Cuba is famous for those cars, so they've got the pink Barbie Cuba car.
Casa.
Cuba Casa, Cuba car.
What?
This is crazy.
This actually reminds me of Spy Kids a lot. Remember Flute?
Like Flute. How do you say this?
Chechia? Chechia?
I don't know if your houses look like this, Chechia, but I'm coming if they do.
Shout out to Dominican Republic, La República Dominicana, because that's where my dad's from, and I feel like this was actually really spot on.
It kind of looks like Pablo Escobar's house in out of Narcos.
Yeah, it does. Has that influence.
But yeah, again, it's got the casa, the arches.
So
very
cool.
Cute. It also kind of looks more like a traditional Barbie house, I feel like. The Estonian house has the traditional balls with the little peaks. Very like that in that classic like Eastern European architecture. I could imagine a very rich Barbie living in one of these homes. I love the Fiji house. I just want to live here.
Yeah.
Like all of them are amazing. Like the snowy ones, the African ones, the modern ones, but the tropical ones look like
they're probably my fave so far.
A really good time.
I think it's grabbing the appeal of like when you see a commercial as a kid and then there's like a water feature, even though it's fake,
true.
You're like, I need that in my life. I need to buy that now. Classic Santorini Greece. that's kind of Italian, sorry. But you've got the domed arches on top.
It's got that smooth rendered kind of like everything is smooth rendered.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just
The staircase, the steps, the sides of the house, the
Yeah.
balcony, like
just
everything.
underneath this little patio. Like
I really love the like Grecian style pavers on the bottom that are all misshapen. It looks so cool.
yeah, kind of looks like a scary movie.
Yeah, but in pink.
Yeah, it does look a bit creepy.
Pretty sure it's like modeled off of brutalist architecture, which there's a lot of in Iceland. Looks like a giant hot air balloon, but
With windows, misshapen windows.
Yeah.
And like a moat with a waterfall and pink water. This is very interesting. This is probably the most interesting one, but it's pretty cool. The Italy one, it's so on point with these kind of like tiered beautiful
So
houses
amazing.
on like probably the Amalfi Coast or something like that. I haven't been. We would love to go, but I feel like this is really, really on point. Like there's bright coloured houses on the coast of Italy. They've got the Italian cypress trees, which are your favourite trees.
Favorite. Yeah, they got olive trees as well. So
Yeah, so cool. This is the Japanese home. It's got a very modern take on Japanese architecture, like the space-saving tiny home modern style that they do over there. Like crazy, like narrow homes.
How's the floating tree?
The nice floating AI tree. I don't know really how the dome shape is referencing Japan, but I feel like they're going for that kind of like techie, modern, really
just
compact home. The Kiribati home, again, I want to go on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
The Madagascar house is another very
King
cool
Julian.
one. Julian. But again, there's kind of like some creepy figures in
Yeah, they
some
kind
of
of
these.
put some weird,
Some of these are
like,
interesting.
monk-esque
looking.
figures.
But they're all pink.
Yeah. And Malawi and
Stop.
place is amazing. They look.
Malawi. But that's Africa, right?
Yeah, Malawi
You
it should
can
be.
tell. You can tell that that's African. Which
I
is
like
cool.
that they dotted in different colors to like
Yeah.
match. Sorry, contrast.
It also looks handmade, like it looks like a clay home. The Mongolian house literally looks like a float out of Burning Man. So
No, Burning Man float looks like Mongolian. Yeah, this is Morocco, and this is probably one of my favorites as well. The AI just
yeah, it's really on
nailed
point.
it. Yeah. I love all the cutouts in the terracotta walls. It's very traditional Moroccan. It's another place I'd really like to visit.
You got the bright Barbie pink sofas.
Yeah.
But
They
the
look so
actual
comfy.
architecture is perfect. They did put North Korea in there.
Yeah, shout out to North Korea.
But it's a very, I'm actually talking about this because it's very mid-century, the look of it.
Yeah.
But I do think that a lot of the architecture and technology in North Korea is
It's from the
dated.
50s.
Maybe it makes sense. Some of these houses look so much like houses, and some of them look like plastic Barbie houses.
Yeah.
They look way too fake or intricate. Like this one from Peru, my brain can't compute this house. There's like staircases
slides
everywhere. There's
as well.
slides, different colors, different little sections. It doesn't even look like there's a full room in this house. The Thailand one, the architecture is like spot on for that Thai and also like Indonesian.
Balinese kind of.
Yeah, I hope that's not offensive saying that they're similar, but they definitely look very similar.
It's alright, I think they're similar.
They also kind of have that like Chinese roof, obviously in their own style, but a lot more spiky things.
Yeah, and ornate.
Yeah, very ornate. The Ugandan house is so fun.
Yeah, it has 2 pools.
I just want people to build like hotels or Airbnbs like this. It almost looks like an Earthship home, but like a crazy Earthship home.
Yeah.
It's got the smooth, like handmade clay kind of style, but just that pool in the middle. I'd tan in that pool all day long.
USA.
USA.
This looks like straight out of Selling Sunset. You wait for all the girls to walk down the stairs and be like, oh, it's 36 million.
Like modern LA white box.
White box.
Why do they keep building those houses in LA?
They're building one right next door. You could probably hear it.
Yeah, if you can hear the noise, we're really sorry. They're actually knocking down the house next to us right now. So
Perfect time to
we
film
literally
the video.
can't help the noise.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is giving LA mansion. And look, it's fun, it's cute, looks like a fun party house, but like kind of boring in my opinion. I like the Yemen tiered house.
That one, it's very like Wes Anderson-esque.
It's cool. It also looks like Jason Bourne could roof hop here.
Yeah.
And the last one is Zimbabwe. A modern tiered, there's a car on the second floor because Barbie life, why not?
Yeah. The furniture on the ground level is just so cool. Just like the curved sofa and the pendant over the dining table as well.
Oh
really
yeah,
cool.
that's nice. And I like that it's a white house with pink lighting.
Yeah,
like,
they
the AI
switched it.
really thought about that. They would, yeah.
Yeah,
made it a little
they
bit
brought
more
it home
interesting.
for $194.
This is very grandiose. Alright, I think that wraps it up, you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a comment down below what your favorite house was, and favorite country.
Yeah, and if we didn't talk about any of the ones that you really liked, let us know as well. Guys, we will see you in the next video. Bye! Enjoy watching the Barbie movie!